Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Never seen live trading on a widescreen. Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a Tuesday. Are you having a taco? Comment it in the chat. We have a lot to dive into today. I don't even know where to start. We got Thailand. We got Cathie Wood offloading her Circle stock. We have Eric Trump denying his involvement with Justin Sun's Tron going public. We'll dive into that. We'll also dive into Donnie T's Truth Social filing for a Bitcoin and ETH ETF. Yesterday, I didn't know if it was confirmed, but it seems as though it may be confirmed right now. JP Morgan filing for a crypto-related trademark. Pumped Up Fund got eliminated from X.com, which is so entertaining. It's wild. We'll dive into that. Alex Mashinsky, you remember him from Celsius. We're going to dive into what's going on with him, the latest status. We have Solana, whether you would have Solana over Ethereum in your treasury. We'll dive into that debate as well. And then for our spotlight, we have XRP today, guys. XRP was leading the market gains as of yesterday. Market's a little shaky this morning. But there was some XRP ETF news as well internationally, so we'll dive into that, as well as your coins to watch. So if you're ready for all this news I just listed, because I have so many headlines today, then make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends so more people know what's going on here. I'm so excited. Let me know if you're having a taco. I actually am going to be taking my friend out for a birthday dinner tomorrow night. So I'm planning a few things. I'll dive into that in a minute. I'm not sidetracking. Guys, let's get after it. Smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. I'm going to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me, and check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, Cake Wallet, Market, Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off, and then head over to Vacation Genie. You're going to book your next cruise with crypto. So let's get more people in the stream. Smash the like, all the things. You know what to do. Let me say good morning to you guys, and then I'm going to dive into my plans and things. We have, who do we have? My bot is losing it because y'all are chatting, and I love it. I love it. We got Brian, Mike Volmer, Silver Days, Backup. Nice to see you. Alexandra G, my G. Chipper, as always, thank you to Black Cat. We appreciate you. Guys, please join the Discord and enter the poll that he has in there right now. Branko, good evening to you. Guys, because it's evening to him, I'm not crazy. Jesse, good morning. Mama Shadow, we got Wrong, nice to see you in the stream. Grandpa, Ben Spada, good morning. So La Jefe, Aquarian is here. Let's see. I said hi to Sola Jefe. Joe Harvey, good morning. Lasers, Yukio and Mike Mizzone are over there on Exact Nasty, nice to see ya. Bobby F, good morning. Welcome. Welcome, John Legend, all his emojis. We love John Legend with his emojis. He really does use them and abuse them, which I love. Doge Bowl, good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome. In the Moment, good morning. Welcome. Anthony S, good morning. Welcome. Oh, Yelmo. Hello, Yelmo. Alex Kaimana, nice to see ya. All right. Randy wants to start a biker gang. See, if I trusted myself more, I probably would. You know, like, as I grow old and I'm like, ooh, Maybe I don't trust myself to drive a motorcycle, but I really do want a Harley Davidson. It's true. Frank, good morning. Welcome. Moby, good morning. Everyone on Rumble and Abstract, thank you for joining. Appreciate you. I do want to say that tomorrow may be a shorter show because I really do, like, my plan is to go to the beach. And because the beach is far from me and it takes a while to get there and then a while to get back, all the things. So my plan is tomorrow is to go to the beach, and hopefully, I'm like literally hoping, because school is out, college kids and all of that will hopefully be at the beach. And so if that is the case, and my thesis is correct, because there's only one way to know, which is to show up, I want to do on the beach interviews with people and ask them about Bitcoin. So that is my hope for tomorrow. So I'm really hoping to hit the beach, get some interviews done. And so send some good energy for that. I'm really hoping, because then I'm like, okay, if people are at the beach and I try to record, is my phone going to overheat? Well, we're going to do some attempts out here. Secondly, I'm going to go get some tacos instead of today on Taco Tuesday. I'm going to be getting some tacos tomorrow night because it's my friend's birthday and I really wanted to get her some tacos. So that is the plan. Right, Dave P, Jeff, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. All right, guys, let's get after it. Right, Squeaks, Ivan. Jesse saying to get to the beach. I'm hoping. Noob Dude, hello, welcome. All right. So let's get into the show. But like I said, tomorrow's going to be short. We're still going to do the after show, but it's just going to be earlier than usual. We have a goal of 21,780 subscribers. Let's get them subscribers. Also, guys, we're going to jump into the market recap and Bitcoin, and then we're going to get into our breaking news headlines. A lot of red in the markets this morning. Yesterday was pretty green. Was it a fake out? Put a one or a yes emoji, two or no emoji. Is the Tuesday, this Red Tuesday, going to set the tone for the week? Let me know. Oh, wow. Haven, that's true, though. There is. It's absolutely true. Bitcoin is $105,342, down 1.43% right now. Guys, our golden zone is not being held with might, and that is our 106.1. Yesterday, we were above it. Did we actually hit 109? We did. We hit 109,000, but we almost hit our previous all-time high, which is sitting around $109,340-ish. So we want to hold support at this 106.1. I don't know. It's been quite the struggle since essentially Thursday of last week. So it's almost been a week since we've been sitting here. 101.3 is your bearish scenario. It is. Got to tell you the bullish and the bearish. Green dot has been printed, pulling down that momentum. VWAP is also down. Money flow is okay. Like we're decent right now. RSI, on the other hand, is losing the neutral status and is still quite neutral, but technically bearish at the moment. So hopefully this is our cool off moment. And if the RSI goes lower, we're going to be looking at that 101.3. Now, I do hope that we bounce and we have a good time. We move up to that 106, maintain support there. That is the ideal scenario, our golden zone, as we say on this channel. Anywho's, we have a lot of news today. We're going to start, of course, in our international waters, and that's going to include Thailand. We're jumping into that right now. Breaking news headlines. Sip your coffees. Let's do it. Rumor has it this morning that Thailand is exempting Bitcoin and crypto gains from taxes, and this is supposed to support entrepreneurship in the country. So smart of Thailand. So smart of them. According to a statement by Deputy Finance Minister Chalup Phan on X, Thailand's cabinet has approved tax measures that it will exempt personal tax on capital gains from digital asset sales through SEC-regulated platforms. The tax relief will be effective January 1st, 2025 through December 31st of 2030 as part of Thailand's initiative to establish itself as a digital asset hub. And the initiative is expected to increase medium-term tax revenue by at least 1 billion baht and may lead to the introduction of a new tax reform, including a value-added tax, VAT. Thailand has positioned itself among the first countries to implement comprehensive digital asset regulations and tax frameworks. So smart of them. It was literally is what we were talking about yesterday. If these countries say, hey, we're going to pull back all the taxes and give the love to people that actually want to use crypto, they'll end up making more money because the economy will boom. It's going to boom. Thailand's doing good things with that. Good things. Also, people are very iffy on the stock game right now. I actually made a video, I think it was yesterday's short, that I was talking about 3 crypto stocks to watch, and one of them was including Circle. Now, Cathie Wood always capitalizes on the stock moves, Coinbase, whatever it is, she's on it. And Cathie Wood actually offloaded some Circle stock. Cathie Wood is taking the first profits from its exposure to stablecoin issuer Circles just 11 days after their launch. On Monday, ARK Invest offloaded 342,658 Circle shares worth $51.7 million from its 3 funds, and the sale marks the first divestment of ARK's Circle shares since Circle debuted in public trading on the NYSE back on June 5th. ARK acquired about 4.49 million shares of Circle on the first day, valued at $373.4 million at the closing price. So, ARK making moves, capitalizing on it. The Circle stock was doing really well. Let me go check that out for you. Look at this. Yesterday, it hit a peak of 165, or is that 164? 165. And then right now, at the moment, as we're speaking, it's still $160. 6.3, now 6.6% in the green. So Circle stock is doing quite well. Do I think it's going to pull back at some point? Most likely. I mean, that's typically what happens when there's a new stock and it's pumped like this. Or this is just the floor. This is just what it is. But that is a little update on Circle stock. People are taking profits. However, it is still holding quite strong. Yeah, they made a nice bang for their buck. Let's put it that way for ARK Invest. Speaking of things going public, apparently Justin Sun's Tron is going public. People were spreading rumors that Eric T was involved, and he had to kind of dispute those claims. And again, this is why it's so hard for me to trust the Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, and a bunch of outlets, because sometimes they put out accurate stuff, but other times it's not as accurate. And especially when there's a bias towards the Donnie T fam. And so they were putting out some news like, hey, Tron's going public, but Eric T's involved. And Eric T had to dispute that on X, saying, I'm the biggest fan of Tron, and I love Justin Sun. He's a great friend and an icon in the space. That said, below is inaccurate. I don't have a public involvement in the company. Maybe there's private involvement, but as he said, there is no public involvement in Tron. So there you go. There was also an investment by Justin Sun, $30 million worth of World Liberty financial tokens, making him one of the highest holders, but also an advisor for the project. And then we have the fact that he was within the top 24, 25 holders of Donnie T token, thus granted him the liberty of going to the White House for the Donnie T token dinner. So that's the real news. So I wanted to clear that up. I felt like it was worth talking about because a lot of people were confused about it. Hello, everyone. Please smash a like, subscribe, share. Hello, Nigel. Welcome. LP. Good morning. Casper, MetaMask, everyone. Digi's here. I just want to ask if anybody is new to the show, because if you are, I would like to give you the appropriate amount of love. Speaking of the Donnie T fam, Donnie T's Truth Social is planning on filing, or they did file for a dual Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF. We know that Donnie T's Truth Social group is associated with Crypto.com. Their mission essentially is to have America first, or American ETFs. And so Crypto.com is going to have probably their own ETF for Crow. We'll see. Bull Runner says, second day here. Love to see it. Here's the news. Trump Media and tech group DJT has filed to list a Truth Social Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF on Monday. It's going to hold Bitcoin and ETH directly, with 75% of capital being allocated to Bitcoin, 25% to Ether, according to a filing with the SEC. Now, I think this kind of goes into the topic that I think is actually appropriate to dive into next. People are kind of like shorting ETH this cycle. People are like, ETH is poop. I'm trying to use the right words. ETH sucks. It's not going to make it. ETH is underperforming. But at the end of the day, like, this is when people are in fear. That's when you should be in greed. Again, not financial advice. It's just how I feel. And so I wouldn't be surprised if ETH just, even though it's 25% and 75% is Bitcoin, what if the value of ETH skyrockets so much that it kind of like throws off the balance there in a good way for ETH holders. But that's the latest on that. So 25% of that is going to be ETH, 75% is going to be Bitcoin. And so that is just what I wanted to point out, especially with Crypto.com's involvement here. They're going to act as the ETF's custodian, as well as taking and liquidity provider. Trump Media and Tech Group signaled its intent of issuing an ETF earlier this month, as it made a standalone registration for a spot Bitcoin ETF. So Crypto.com is going to be a main player for them. And very interesting that they went with Crypto.com instead of Coinbase. Also, can I get a mic check? Is my mic peaking? Like, am I too loud? Do I need to lower it? Let me know. So we had the ETH battle this cycle. The ETH battle is all about ETH is dead, it's underperforming, blah, blah, blah. And then we have Cantor over here that's like, hey, you know what? Maybe instead of ETH as a treasury asset, let's have Solana. Let me know. Are you on Team ETH or Team Solana? Here's the command. 1 or ETH emoji, or 2 and Solana emoji, because we have a Solana emoji. Mike is good? Okay, lit. So 1 or ETH emoji, 2 or Solana emoji. What would you have in your firm for a treasury asset? Let me know. Cantor initiated coverage of the 3 largest Solana treasury companies, DeFi Development, DFDV, Upexi, UPXI, and Solana Strategies, aka HODL, with an overweight rating, the Wall Street firm said in a research report. The broker has a $45 price target for DeFi Development, a C54 objective for Solana Strategy, and a $16 price target for Upexi. And they said, we believe Solana treasury companies are betting the future of finance will be on-chain, and that the chain of choice will be Solana. And they're saying Solana's biggest competitor is ETH, but its technology is meaningfully better than its larger peer on every metric. And so the authors wrote, developer growth on Solana has far exceeded that on ETH, and we expect this to continue. Now, I'm not exactly sure about that, because I think Solana struggles in a lot of ways. I think ETH works pretty well for what it is. It's been consistent in how it works. It is too expensive. I will say that. The network gets congested way too easy. However, when Solana, people start flooding Solana and something goes viral or whatever it is, then Solana freezes. And yes, a very good point, Kev. I was just going to get to that. It's all about the marketing. Solana has a lot more marketing than Ethereum does. The ETH Foundation really doesn't do much. And ETH kind of speaks for itself, almost like Bitcoin does. So that's where I kind of have like a little tiff. And I just don't know Solana could scale like they're saying. And what if everyone's like starting to move towards Solana and have it as a treasury asset, and then it just does not end up like actually working technologically, mechanically, however you want to word that. And Ethereum, like, it has a lot of room to go. Ethereum right now is $2,551, up 0.24%. Has a battle with the 200-day SMA. My hypothesis is if we pass the 200-day SMA with absolute confidence, and that means bursting through 2810, then I would like to see 3,000 come to play. And the golden zone is over here at 39.50. If we hold support at that level, 39.50, we're looking at that current all-time high for Ethereum. Like I said, it may be underperforming right now, but I think that there's a way for ETH to make a nice comeback. Again, I'm not saying it for sure. I don't have a crystal ball. Maybe Solana really is the winner. Who knows? And maybe the development will get better there. If there's so many devs, then they should fix the downtime issue and how it just gets congested to a point where it just doesn't work. And so Solana at this point, and like I said, this isn't bashing Solana either, because there's great projects on Solana, absolutely great projects. But people have also came to Solana and left Solana when they felt like it wasn't worth it anymore. $149.45 Solana, down 0.88%. We're kind of in between our two key levels here of 133 and 170, 169-ish. We have the 200-day SMA kind of weighing us down right now. There is a green dot printed. Momentum is still quite bearish. Money flow is okay. The RSI is one to watch because it is choppy in the bearish end of things. So you're going to hope that it recoups and tests that neutral, and we'll see where it goes from there. But the whole market is kind of iffy at this point today. So it could probably turn around by noon. We'll see what happens, but that's just the latest on it. We're going to get to Litecoin at the end of the show when we go over some charts, but we'll talk about Litecoin too. Nigel, thank you for subscribing. Hello, Steve. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It could be possible that because of the low traffic, Ben, that it could be a little bit cheap. But I think that even when there was like a nice meme coin pop off with Pepe and all of that, like ETH still didn't skyrocket. You know what I mean? So I would just remain patient. Yes, thank you, Alexandra. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too. Shout out to Steve over here. Steve from the Otter Gang. Nice to see you. Welcome. Hello, Simon. Everyone in the chat. Oh, there's Golden. Golden said Team Bitcoin for life. Everyone put Golden emojis. Give Golden some love. He ran so many memberships yesterday. All right. I saw a comment on X. Let me look over here. Base Bailey, hello, said I'd be surprised if Solana continues to do well with how there's excessive coin launching. Good point. Good point. But I guess it does bring liquidity if people are launching coins and trading and whatever it is. I guess it brings liquidity, but it is still a risky game. And people got upset. Like Solana, was really popping off up until people got upset that they were losing all their money on meme coins, and then they were like, okay, guess I'm gonna peace out now. But a lot of people are debating if Solana is a better hold than ETH, and that is very debatable. Very debatable. Crazy. You often wonder what people's intentions are in life. JP Morgan, oof, big oof. They FUD the market whenever they could, put out their little report by their little analysts. And then you have Jamie Dimon, that's like, if I was the government, I'd shut down Bitcoin, it's so evil. But blockchain's cool. JPM coin from 2019-2020 is cool. Yeah, we've been secretly offering Bitcoin and ETH exposure to our clients, but keep that on the low. Except yesterday, JP Morgan filed a trademark for digital asset platforms. And so we're going to take a look at what this means, what they're actually planning to do. And I just think it's absolutely buck wild. We're going to talk about JPMD. Let's do it. JP Morgan Chase has filed a trademark application for a new crypto-focused platform branded as JPMD, signaling that the bank has pushed deeper into digital assets. According to the application filed on Sunday to the U.S. Trademark and Patent Office, JPMD will offer services such as providing trading, exchange, transfer, and payment services for digital assets and issuance of digital assets. Issuance of digital assets. They're telling you straight up that they're going to issue their own stablecoins. Besides their deposit token, JPM coin, that's been around for years, they're opening the door for themselves. And this is why everyone's like, oh yeah, Genius Act, which I think is going to conclude today or something like that. They're going to do a final vote on it. This is why they want the Genius Act, because the banks ultimately benefit from it all. That's what it's about. So that line right there is telling you everything you need to know. Now, I even confirm it here that JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, it was also mentioned among U.S. banks that reportedly held discussions about launching their own stablecoin. I'm telling you right now, that's their plan. JP Morgan also has their own blockchain, Kinexus, which was formerly known as Onyx, I believe. And they say it processes more than $2 billion in daily transactional volume. Where is that $2 billion coming from? Who is using it? That's what I would like to know. Who's using this thing? I think that this is all very shady work. Shady work. What was the country? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was India. Government employees CBDC payment. This is what I feel. Okay. So there was a point where there was like, I think it was India or some country was like, oh yeah, there it is. India's digital currency transactions top $1 million a day. Yes. Okay. This is exactly what I'm talking about. See, I know. So basically, Indian banks have dispersed, and this was again like last year, Indian banks dispersed some employee benefits through the digital rupee, their CBDC, helping the Reserve Bank of India meet its target of 1 million daily transactions by the end of 2023. And so they said it right about here. They said some large private and state-run lenders dispersed amounts related to employee benefit schemes directly to employees' CBDC wallets instead of their salary accounts. And so that's what it's all about. They're like, oh yeah, we had 1 million daily transactions, but it was fake news because it was forced upon employees to accept their CBDC as payment. Is that the same thing or maybe similar to what's going on with JP Morgan? Like, where's this $2 billion coming from? Who's transacting with this? I would love to know. I would actually love to know. And so that is what I feel like a lot of banks are going to do and say, hey, if you work for us, this is how you're accepting payment. And then again, if they don't like you, if they don't like what you're doing and these like tokens become mainstream, and instead of like dollars in your bank account, they're going to have their own token, they can easily freeze you and block you out. And I think that's even more dangerous. Even though right now they could debank you for essentially no reason. But it's going to be harder with this administration to do so. So I just like to connect the dots for you guys every once in a while. And I feel like that's where my mind went when I heard this article, when I read the article technically. Speaking of people getting blocked out and iced out, Pump.Fun, other meme accounts, and the Pump.Fun founder were wiped off the face of X.com. Yeah, this was tea to spill. So Pump.Fun, its founder, kicked off of X. I could only imagine why. Also, it's funny because Pump.Fun started to do a whole live streaming section. And so I feel like that also stepped on X's toes. So X suspended accounts of crypto meme coin platform Pump.Fun, its founder, an apparent blitz that saw dozens of crypto-related accounts temporarily banned on the site. X accounts for Pump.Fun and its co-founder, Elon Cohen, showed they were suspended, but X didn't explain why, showing only the platform's standard disclaimer that X suspend accounts that violate the rules. At least 19 other accounts connected to crypto trading platforms, GMGN, BullX, Bloom Trading, and the AI agent tool Eliza OS were taken offline, a list compiled by X user Otto shows. And so X didn't immediately respond to a request for comment, and Pump.Fun was requested. GMGN appealed the suspension, and people are saying it's due to API use because X does not want you to scrape their data, and they probably fear that Pump.Fund and other people were doing that. However, it's probably something else that someone brought up in this article, that they could have had mass reportings and people kind of coming after them and saying, hey, you know what, you're bad, report, block, all those things, which could lead you to get suspended if enough people do so. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of like, if you don't like Pump.Fund, whatever, but is it a bad thing to either fully ban them or temporarily suspend them? There really are no answers here. And that's a big problem with social media right now, is whether it's like Meta, X, wherever, it's so hard to get in touch with somebody and get help. Because if something happens to your account or someone's scamming on like using your likeness like people do to me, like it's not cool. And you're basically on your own with that. So I just want to throw that out there too. Hello, John 3:16. I'm going to look up that verse later. I would like to know what that is. Hold on. I'm writing it down. Was that John 3:16? John 3:16. Cool. I'm going to look at that later. Thoughts on Crow? Remind me later when I go over charts and I could go ahead and take a look at it. Okay. Moving on. We're going to talk about Alex Mashinsky before we jump into our spotlight, which is XRP today. Am I doing good on time? Yes. Guys, please smash the likes, subscribe, and share. Help a girl out. Shooter McGee, hello. Hendo, hello. Guys, please make sure you go to YouTube and like and subscribe. It would help your girl very much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Also, we have 2 more subscribers until our goal. So I know that there's 2 of you that probably aren't subscribed to us over on TikTok. So please follow on TikTok, but also go to youtube.com/missteencrypto and give us some love. Alex Mashinsky, he was the CEO of Celsius. He pumped and dumped his Celsius token on people's heads. Also very misleading about the platform, what it does, and what he was doing with people's money. All a sham. And it was quite awful to see so many people get hurt by this. Alex Mashinsky apparently is not going to get a piece of the pie with this bankruptcy. Former Celsius CEO Alex Mashinsky has agreed not to claim any assets from the Celsius bankruptcy proceeds in a motion filed on Monday. The bankruptcy court for the Southern District of New York stated that an agreement has been reached between Celsius debtors and Alex Mashinsky, AM Venture Holdings, Inc., Koala 1 LLC, Koala 3 LLC, that prohibits the distribution of proceeds from Celsius's bankruptcy to the latter parties. The agreement stipulates that Celsius debtors can distribute funds tied up due to claims made by Mashinsky and 3 related entities. The court retained jurisdiction over all matters relating to the case. However, the court will not supersede the ongoing criminal case. The motion reads, the court shall have exclusive jurisdiction to resolve any and all disputes related to the stipulation and order. And in May, Mashinsky was sentenced to 12 years in prison after a judge found the former CEO guilty of committing fraud. The team did highlight his military service and pleading guilty in December as grounds for a more lenient sentence, but that, of course, did not happen. Listen, if he intentionally hurt people, he's got to pay the consequences for it, but he did serve the country, I guess. But it's wild. What I do see as a bright light here is that Celsius creditors did claim more than $1 billion in assets so far this year. So hopefully people got their money back. And that's really all that matters to me. Aw, Fonzie, thank you for the little sticker there. Appreciate that. Thank you. John 3:16 just smashed the like and subscribed. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Nigel says he's going to tune in more often. Love to see it. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Guys, we're doing so good today. Woohoo! Guys, we have 107 likes according to Black Hat. We have almost 150 people watching. I hope that y'all are smashing the likes for your girl. Dub in the Desert, my Irish G. Good morning. He was asking about XRP. Perfect timing, my friends. Let's talk about XRP. Spotlight starts right now. People were talking about XRP yesterday because XRP was leading the gains. Let's take a look. XRP led the pack among crypto majors. Bitcoin rose above 108K and then slid to below 106.5. Again, right now for Bitcoin, we are sitting at live price action here, $105,407. And we saw that XRP was doing quite well. And so we're going to jump into some more XRP news right here. That XRP hit a 12-year milestone. So there are over 2,700 whales holding 1 million XRP. The number of whale wallets holding large amounts of XRP has increased to a record high. There are now over 2,700 whale and shark wallets holding at least 1 million XRP for the first time in the asset's 12-plus year history, according to Sentiment. Additionally, the amount of active XRP addresses has averaged over 295,000 per day over the past week, significantly higher than the average of 35,000 to 40,000 over the past 3 months. Even more so, we're going to jump into XRP price in a moment. A spot XRP ETF started trading over in Canada for all my Canadians. Asset manager Purpose Investments is set to launch a spot XRP ETF in Canada this week after obtaining regulatory approval, giving investors a way to get exposure to XRP, quote-unquote exposure. The ETF will start trading on the Toronto Stock Exchange on Wednesday, June 18th, under the XRPP ticker. According to the release, it comes after their SEC, which is the Ontario Securities Commission, the OSC, granting final prospectus receipt for the investment vehicle. And so we see Vlad Tasevsky, the Chief Innovation Officer of Purpose Investments, saying the OSC's granting of a receipt for the Purpose XRP ETF prospectus reinforces Canada's global leadership in building a regulated digital asset ecosystem. I wouldn't say Canada is leading anything in terms of crypto or any sort of freedom-related product, but here it is. So we're going to see the Toronto Stock Exchange, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, so am I crazy? Yes, the Toronto Stock Exchange. So XRPP Wednesday. So tomorrow we're going to have the XRP ETF start trading. Looking at XRP stats, we do have XRP market cap sitting at $130.31 billion. Volume in the past 24 hours is up 80%. That's a lot. $4.91 billion in volume. The chart is so $2.21 at the moment, down 1.17%. The 200-day SMA is definitely getting battled at the moment, definitely holding us down. I feel like it's someone like pushing down on your head is really what the 200-day SMA is doing here. Even on ETH, kind of the same thing. The 200-day SMA is at $2.38. That's our bullish scenario, along with our golden zone of $2.72. Also, we are looking at $1.84 as our bearish scenario, as that is below $2, a psychological level. People might lose their minds. As you can see, even right here with this volume, right over here, the volume is very, very low. Very low. But holding above $2, I guess, is good for the lack of volume. Money flow is green, even red, even displaying that trouble we have here. Looking here, we do want that to cross over, become green. We have a green dot printed. Hopefully that carries the momentum up. VWAP is bullish, tad flat at the moment. And the RSI is rejecting neutral. We want it to go bullish, so hopefully that's the case. That happens for the sake of your bags. However, if this is where we're gaining support, then let it be so. But that is the latest on XRP. So that was your spotlight. Take a look at the trading the next few days. Might be a little bit volatile. Also, I did put up a poll. If you had $1,000 to spend, what would you buy? Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, or other? Seems like XRP is leading at 46%. So keep entering the poll, pretty please. Tom Crown is here? Is he? Are my eyes tricking me? Papa Tom! Hello, Papa Tom. Appreciate you. Also, we do have our gainers and our losers. Let's jump into our coins to watch. And then there was one coin someone asked me to check out before. I think it was Crow. So I'll get to that too. Remind me, please, if I miss it. Leading the gainers, my sweet loves in the chat. We do have 4 up 2.5%, Monero up 1%, BSV 0.85% in the green.
You're welcome.
Oh.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're
I'm
welcome.
a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, SB. Please continue to be a Bitcoin bestie. And then we got AB up 0.47%, Tron up 0.44. Then leading our losers, this is a little scary to see here. All this red. SPX down 13%, Hype down 11, Say down 9.9, Virtual down 9.7, and Caspa down 9.72. We went over each chart. Let's look at Litecoin here, $85.56, down 1.3%. We do want to hold $84, $85 as support. Bullish level to watch is 91, and then we have the 200-day SMA lingering over us at $101. Bearish level to watch is 74. We had a red dot printed right after the green dot here on this momentum. VWAP looks like it's heading below that zero line. And then we got the money flow, which is, okay. RSI is chopping it up in the bearish zone at the moment. But I say send it to oversold. See what happens. Do I have a crow chart already here? Where's my crow? Guess I got to look it up. Let me get the crow chart. Give me a second. Because I'm a Bitcoin bestie. Ba-da-da-da-da. All right. Taking a gander at crow. Is this it? Yes, that's my chart. Beautiful. Woohoo. Guys, we have crow just under 9 cents. 0.089 cents at the moment. Okay, wait, hold on. Never mind. Down 1.44%. Bullish level to watch here is at 0.097. Again, then 10 cents is a psychological level. 11.25 cents-ish is where your 200-day SMA is. Bearish level to watch if we do not hold and we do not continue to test this 0.097. We are looking at the bearish level of around 5.5 cents. That's what we got for crow. Red money flow. Momentum is down bad. Lowest momentum we've seen since the beginning of March. Money flow, like I said, is red. VWAP wants to maybe peak at that neutral, maybe go bullish. And the RSI is almost oversold, so I say send it. Send it to oversold. Let the selling pressure get relieved, and then you move on, and we see what happens next. Randy, one seasoned rapper on the track. I love Bitcoin besties. I really do. Charles Tomarello. Hello, nice to see you. Bo knows. Where were you 2 years ago for XRP bandwagon? I'm not on no bandwagon, sir. I'm not on any bandwagon. I'm on my own wagon, just chilling. I just went over the Litecoin chart. Back up. We want to hold support at 85, bullish is 91, bearish is 74. Those are the levels to watch. But yeah, I'm not on no bandwagon. I could tell you that, sir. Am I a big fan of XRP's mission? No. So there you go. Crow has been looking so good to me. Good. There's a lot of Crow fans here. And I think Crow's going to end up doing like okay, just adoption wise and whatever, because they're going to have the ETF, and then they're also partner with Donnie T and all that stuff. Web3 me, hello. Paper Planes, good morning. Ace, good morning. Hello, my sweet friends in the chat. Woohoo. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Literally such great people in this chat. Welcome, everyone. Because we're all Bitcoin besties. I gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. Crow Nation strong. So I hope I got the coins that you guys wanted. But like I said, tomorrow is going to be a quicker show. So please make sure you guys are here on time at 9:45 a.m. Eastern to get all the information that I want to give to you. I just, like I said, my plan tomorrow is to do a very early show. Well, not early time-wise, but short after show, and then try to go to the beach to get some on the beach interviews. So I'm really hoping, like I've been waiting. I'm like, okay, people are not busy with school. People might be at the beach. So I'm hoping, please, for people to be on the beach tomorrow. and for my phone not to overheat so I can record some interviews. That is the hope. So bullish on the beach, and that's my plan for tomorrow if the weather permits and if life ends up working out. If not, then I'll just be doing my regular thing anyway. But I figured I might have a good opportunity to get some unique content. Right, Leobardo, thank you for the heart. I appreciate you. More wealth, hello. Bow, how do you get the other emojis? Oh, Bow, oh my gosh, Bow. Why does Bow have to start trouble in this chat all the time? Guys, he needs a membership. He does. He needs his emojis. He complains about it. Hello, Fedora. Nice to see you. John316 said, keep shining. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, sir. I really do. I appreciate you. And I was actually talking about forgiving people for their trespasses yesterday. I'm like very bullish on my spiritual path that I've been on recently. I've been on a big spiritual path. I'm trying to discover spirit and all that. Leo Bardo, nice to see you. But yeah, I'm trying to understand a lot about the world and trying to do a lot of meditation. That's my recent jam, and I feel like it's very helpful. So forgive people, even though sometimes you don't think they deserve forgiveness. Forgive people and move on, because we don't hold grudges in this. Nightlight, hello, nice to see you. Welcome. All the love to every single person. Bow's trying to riz the chat to get a membership. That's what he's doing. He wants to riz. We need a cold phone. We need golden. Thank you for the little cool emoji, Fonzie. Thank you. Appreciate it. How many likes do we got? How many likes? 135. Oh, well, quite splendid. Quite splendid. James, hello, James. Crypto Work Pro. Listen, I'm a woman discovering the world. Like, I gotta discover like what's happening in this life. So that's my plan. I have so many things going on in my life, and I'm just trying to meditate and see what goes on. I've discovered a lot the past few years, and I feel like you guys have watched it. I'm all about one love, helping other people, doing what's right, having a moral compass or whatever. And we're not all beautiful. We're not all perfect people. That's impossible to be perfect, but we do try our best, and as long as you try your best every day, that's really all that matters. So I'm really hoping that you guys continue to do good things. We all want to do good things for the world. And so if you back up that message, smash the like and share this out, because we really do want other people to join the show and realize how positive the crypto community can be. Back to the future. Hello, Cashmore Crypto. Hello, nice to see you. Web3 Me, are these blockchains? Well, XRP is XRPL. Litecoin is a layer 1. It was born in 2011 by the master, the smartest man in the world, Charlie Lee. Actually, if Web3 Me, let me put you on to some alpha here. If you go on my YouTube channel, hold on, let me pull up my own channel here. If this loads today, there we go. You can go to the Randi Hipper show. You can see here that I just had Charlie Lee on. I was actually with him in person at Litecoin Summit. But then if you also scroll down the Randi Hipper show playlist, you'll see that I had him on a few years ago. A few times I've had him on. Michael Saylor right there. Let's take a look. Where's he at? Oh, there's Papa Tom. Look at him go. But yeah, I've had every beautiful person in crypto on this show. So check out the Randi Hipper show. But I've also had Charles Payne, people from CNBC, cool, smart peoples. CZ has been on the show too. Can't forget Mr. CZ. But yeah, Charlie was on a while ago. Wow, what is happening? Holy wow. Wow, this was a long time ago. So Charlie Lee, 3 years ago when they launched MWeb. And then even before that, I had him on too. Like when I first started my show, even before that, missteencrypto show with Charlie Lee, you can see it right there. So he was on this show twice. And then also, if you look down at my event speaking playlist, I had him on well, I did the interview celebrating 10 years of Litecoin with Charlie Lee. So I also did that interview. But the interviews I do with him are very important because he always explains like Litecoin and everything like that. It's a faster, cheaper Bitcoin, a finite supply of 84 million instead of 21 million, 2.5-minute block times. The number one payments crypto, hands down. You can look at the stats. And also Grayscale owns like basically 2 million Litecoin out of the 84 million. So that's Litecoin. And it also has Mimblewimble, so it gives you privacy. It's just more, it's sound money, apparently. Like, the best way to put it is sound money. Also, guys, 21,782 subs. Thank you for helping us complete our goal today. Love that. What's my favorite hardware wallet? Probably Cool Wallet. I love Cool Wallet. I think Cool Wallet is pretty dope. We have 7 more likes for 150. That's awesome. But yeah, I like Cool Wallet. Trezor is good. Ballet. I love Ballet. You guys know I love Ballet. Why am I slipping on this one that I can't remember what the name was? Hold on.
Randi Hipper. I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized, no censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam.
Okay, I can't find it, but I can't find it. But it's basically almost like a little USB. I cannot believe I'm slipping on the name of this. Litecoin USB. I cannot. Oh, darn! I literally cannot remember what it's called. One day it'll come to me. But yeah, I would say Cool Wallet for right now. But yeah, is Crypto Princess doing okay? No notifications lately. She's fine. But yeah, look on her Discord, look on her YouTube channel. She has stuff posted and scheduled. But yeah, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Did we hit 150 likes yet? Did we do that? 148 likes. Pump it, please. All right, guys, I gotta run. We have things to tackle today. You can't find the cold wallet. Well, I have a lot of cold wallets, but a lot of them aren't used. Like, I keep them for memorabilia because they're, yeah, like the one I was going to show you, I haven't used. Like, there's a lot that I just have for keepsake. And I don't use them because I feel like they're going to be worth a lot in the future. So I don't use a lot of them. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the stream out with friends if you enjoyed it. We're going to get after it tomorrow. Shorter show. We're hitting the beach if everything permits and life works out. So have a beautiful day. Happy Tuesday. Grab a taco, and I will see you tomorrow. And as always, you know what to do. Stay zesty. Peace.